Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Two Dudes Reviews. I'm Grayson, and today we'll be looking at a Polish beer called OK Beer. Can't be that bad, but hopefully it's a little better than just okay. Of course, that's kind of taken off of the name of the brewery, which is Okocim. I have no idea if I'm saying that right. I apologize if you're Polish and you speak it better than I do, which you probably do. But anyways, little back history. The brewery is out of a southern Polish town called Brizko, and the brewery itself was founded by a German beer master, an immigrant from Austria-Hungary, and a noble Polish citizen. So that kind of sounds like the beginning of a joke. You know, a German beer maker, an Austrian Hungarian immigrant, and a noble Polishman walk into a bar, and yada yada yada. They make an okay beer. But anyways, so we're gonna give this a taste. Now the beer is 5.6% alcohol by volume, and it is a pale beer. It's not an IPA, a little different. But let's crack it open and see what we got. That wasn't my finest pour, but got the job done. So, anyways, it's got a nice head. It's remarkably, it's pretty clear. That's for sure. It is a lot clearer than a lot of the other pale ales I've had. A lot of the other pale ales might be a little foggy. This is, pretty clear. It's a nice golden color. It almost looks like apple juice with a lot of head on it. I do like the head, but let's get into the review. This is if you haven't seen other reviews by us. Reviews are broken down into 5 or 6 different categories, and that is smell, taste, value for price, drinkability, distinction, and would I buy it again? So now the beer's poured and the head's kind of coming down, the beer's coming up. Let's check out what it smells like. It's got a almost a light apricot aroma to it. It's not heavy on the aromas. Yeah, outside of the apricot, it's got maybe a hint of bitterness to it, and it's subtle sweet, almost like a white grape. But I don't know, it's pretty refreshing for the pale ale. It's you're not getting the waft of bitterness that you might get from other beers. So I find that a little refreshing. It's a little different. I really wasn't completely sure what to expect checking out this one, but yeah, I like the smell, so I'm going to recommend it on the smell. So now let's check out the taste. Yeah, this if you're looking for a bitter beer, this is not it. This is not bitter by any sense of the word. It's definitely it's clean. It's got a clean flavor. It doesn't linger too long. You still get a little of the apricot flavor with a hint of almost like a little bit of malty mixed with that apricot. And at the tail end, I'm definitely picking up that almost, I don't want to call it a white wine flavor, but it definitely has that almost a light grape almost a taste at the end of it. but it's very nice. It's a very nice beer. I could see, sitting around. It's almost like a late spring beer. It's not super citrusy like you're gonna find in your normal summer beers, but it still has a nice little bit of more heaviness than like your summer beers, but a nice crisp, clean beer. So I enjoy the flavor. This is not what I was expecting. So yeah, I recommend it on the flavor. Even if you just want to try it, it's not something that I don't think you're gonna hate at all. Even if you're not like a big beer fan, it's pretty straightforward. It's a little more complex than some pale ales, but yeah, I enjoy the flavor. Now, the third category is value for price. And that is basically, is it worth the money I paid for it? So that's going to be, a sliding scale for every beer, basically. And I don't believe this wasn't a whole lot. I believe it was close to um, about $2, maybe a little more than $2 for the one glass. And I mean, this is a 500 milliliter glass, so it's bigger than just one beer that you a normal 12 ounce. And yeah, I mean, I think just for the flavor, since it's a little different from other pale ales, I'm gonna um, I don't know, I'm gonna give it a half out of one for the value for price. It's still a little more expensive than what you're gonna find for other pale ales, and even though I do enjoy the flavor, I think when it comes to this particular style of beer, there might be other beers that, for the price, even as an import, I could probably get for a better value. But I mean, it's not terrible. It's not horribly expensive or overpriced or anything. So yeah, I think for value for price, it's a half out of one. Still not bad. Drink Next category four is drinkability, and that is simply can I drink several of these in succession without a problem. And absolutely, this is something I could honestly get a six pack of during the springtime and even early summer, and just kind of kick back and go through them, and just enjoy it. And I'm sure you can find a four pack or a six pack somewhere. The place that I got it, you're buying singles of this. So, but yeah, I have no problems. I could drink several of them in a row. So yeah, I completely recommend it for the drinkability. Now, the next category is distinction. Does this beer distinct itself from other pale ales? Now, it's not. It doesn't have any of the bitterness to it, which you know, some people might like it, some people might not like the lack of bitterness to it. It it's not overpowering with many flavors at all, which almost hinders it a little bit with the distinction because if you don't have some definite flavors and flavor notes to the beer, it's hard to distinct it from anything. Um, with that being said, I'm going to give this another half, just because there's other pale ales that are you can tell which beer it is as soon as you have it, and I mean the pale ale category is relatively robust. There's a good amount of pale ales you can find. So I think just because of that, it's a little more difficult to stand out from other pale ales out there. Even though I like it, it's very enjoyable. It doesn't stand out very much. So it's not bad. And so since it's not a bad beer, and since I do enjoy it, I'm gonna give this a half again, um, out of one, for the category. And so the last, number six, is would I buy it again? Now, I would have no problems with buying this one again. I enjoy it. If I want to just kind of, go to the local store and get a just random six different beers and throw them into a box, I would have no problems with buying this again. And so, yeah, I enjoyed it. I would buy it again. So, yes, I recommend it on that account. So when you tally up all the six categories, this gets a good 5 out of 6. So I recommend at least trying it once, and who knows, maybe you'll find that you absolutely enjoy it and you love it. I could, definitely as the weather starts to get warmer, give it a try. Sitting by the pool, crack it open. You're not going to be disappointed. But yeah, so if you like the beer, or if you don't like the beer, or you don't like how I review it, or just your comments, let me know on the bottom under the video. And if you want to get more, you can subscribe to our station at Two Dudes in a Six Pack. And please check out our podcast. This is kind of a supplemental material to our actual podcast, which is Two Dudes in a Six Pack. You can find that on iTunes and Stitcher, or on TuneIn. Pretty much wherever you're going to find your podcast, you can find us. So we're going to have a new episode coming out pretty quickly. And if you want to follow us on Twitter, you can find us at Two Dudes Podcast. And so, yeah, that's it. That's the review of OK Beer. And for now, I will bid you adieu. Or I don't think I said that right. I'll talk to you later. Cheers.